The Youth in Agriculture project, it started over 2 years ago. It has been quite a journey. We started off with the consultations at every parish, including Carrefour and PT Matnik. It caters for our young persons ages 18 to 35. It has been a learning experience, and it has been one where we see agriculture and we see young people in different phases of their life. Dealing with these young persons, it was not just about agriculture. This project catered for them holistically. They received not only training in the different areas of agriculture.
Officer of the Grenada National Training Agency, Mr. Kyron Carsdale, President and CEO of Grenada Chick-In Farms, members of the Chinese Mission in Grenada, principal and staff of the T.A. Marichaud Community College, staff of the Ministry of Agriculture and other ministries, staff of the Grenada National Training Agency, graduates, other invited guests, Ministry of Agriculture, PR unit, and other media houses, good afternoon, and a heartfelt and warm welcome to all of you on this glorious day. My name is Colleen Perman, Youth Coordinator within the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and it is my distinct pleasure to serve as your host for today's certification and award ceremony under the Young Entrepreneurs Farmers, Fisheries in Agriculture, and Agribusiness Project, held under the inspiring theme, Youth Transforming Agriculture. At this time, I invite everyone to kindly stand as we now invite you to welcome our most honored guest, our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stand as the graduates make their entrance. Ladies and gentlemen, in an era where food security is ever increasing and a growing concern for small island developing states, let's put our hands for this graduating class, for this is indeed their time to shine. They are the cream of the crop. I'm sure when they started, they would have started with more persons in attendance in their classrooms. But this is what we're left with, and we acknowledge that, and Mr. Hassani Tini upon today's proceedings. We are going will be following with the national anthem to be performed Steel Pan by the Comanchero Steel Orchestra.
Good afternoon. established, I invite you all to bow your heads in reverence as we petition the Lord in prayer. Let us. Our Heavenly Father, King of Kings, we come before you to give you praise and thanks for life and the many blessings that you full, and we celebrate those who have decided to inspiring them to take part in such a noble initiative to engage in. So we ask your blessing upon the prayer that you will inspire them, and may our nation, and if there's anything that I fail to ask, fail not to grant in accordance with your riches and glory.
All right, in the absence of the pan, I am going to ask you to. We're going to start on the count of. And thank you, Mr. Everything that we do here, not just today, for God and for country. The program manager of the Youth in Agriculture Project, Joseph Lewis.
Honorable Lennox and Cooperative, Dr. Kimo, Vice President of Business, Crossdale, President and CEO of Grenada, members of the Chinese Mission in Grenada, of the Ministry of Agriculture, Land, and Forestry, and all other staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, Ms. Alice Jones, Forage Coordinator, Ministry of Agriculture, members of the Steering Committee, staff of Grenada National Training Agency, and members of Ministry of Agriculture PR units, and other medias present here today. I bid you a warm good afternoon. It is with both honor and joy I stand before you today at this certification ceremony of our Youth in Agriculture training program. This project has a collective effort between the Grenada government, CARICOM Development Fund, and implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture. The entrepreneurship program was in the areas of livestock, crop, and agro-processing. I extend heartfelt appreciation to NTA for their service as well as their service providers who have invested time, knowledge, and resources to make this program a success. Most of all, I commend each of you, of our young people, the trainees, for your dedication, resilience, and commitment throughout this journey. Today, 64 of you have completed this training, of which 65 would be certified here today, a level 2 certification. Agriculture is not just about farming. It's about innovation, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. By equipping our young people with the skills in agro-processing, livestock, and crop production, we are not only strengthening food security, but we are also creating pathways for economic empowerment and job creation. You are now part of a generation that will be redefined agriculture as a modern, profitable, and impactful sector. Today's certification is more than just a piece of paper. It's a symbol of your readiness to transform ideas into enterprises, challenges into opportunities, and passion into prosperity. Step forward, remember that agriculture is persistence and collaboration. You are the future leaders. You will inspire others, add value to our communities, and contribute to the nationwide development. On behalf of the project team, the Ministry of Agriculture, our donors, everybody, we would like to extend and congratulate you on this achievement. May this milestone be the beginning of a greater success in your entrepreneurial journey. Let us continue to support one another, innovate and build a resilient agriculture sector, uplift our nation. Before I take my seat, I would like to say a special thanks to those who have contributed to the project. Too many to mention. For this, we are eternally grateful, and we offer our heartfelt thanks. Thank you once again, and congratulations to all who will receive certificate today. Thanks for your presence. Once again, welcome and enjoy the certification ceremony. I thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Joseph Lewis. One of the things that she said that stuck out to me was that 100 of you started, 64 of you are completing. And we always hear this old adage that the race is not about the swiftest, it's about those who endure to the end. And when we think about agriculture, we think about perseverance, we think about resistance, we think about persons who are able to persevere, who are able to succeed despite all the challenges that face that sector. So I just want to say informally, big up your whole self, because this is something that you should and you must be proud of. So ladies and gentlemen, again, because I'm going to ask you to do this often, let's put our hands together for our graduating class. Our next speaker represents an institution central to skills development and certification right here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kimoy Edwards, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada National Training Agency. Dr. Edwards.
Honorable Lennox Andrews, Minister for Economic Development, Planning, Agriculture and Land, Forestry, Blue Economy, Marine Resource and Cooperatives, Mr. Royston Cumberbatch, General Manager, Grenada Development Bank, Ms. Keisha Mitchell, Senior Vice President and Vice President, Business Development and Team, Mr. Kyron Crossdale, President and CEO of Grenada Chick-In Farms, members of the Chinese Mission in Grenada, Senior Management of the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Ms. Alice Jones, 4-H Coordinator, Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Mr. Samuel Alexander, Implementation Officer, Ministry of Implementation and Planning, members of the Steering Committee, staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, members of the Grenada Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, staff of the Grenada National Training Agency, graduates, other invited guests, Ministry of Agriculture PR units, and other media houses, good afternoon. It is indeed a privilege to be here today on behalf of the Grenada National Training Agency. The Grenada National Training Agency, otherwise known as the NTA, sometimes you may see GNTA, was established in 2009 as the national regulatory body for technical and vocational education and training in Grenada. It was set up to strengthen workforce development by implementing a competency-based training and certification system aligned with regional standards under the Caribbean Vocational Qualification Framework. The GNTA's core mandate is to develop and implement occupational standards, accredit and register training providers, assure quality in assessment and certification, award national vocational qualifications, NVQs, and Caribbean vocational qualifications, CVQs, promote industry-driven skills development, and facilitate workforce readiness and labor mobility within the Caribbean. The NTA works closely with approved training providers and its associated training centers to support skills training in priority sectors such as construction, hospitality, agriculture, health services, and emerging green and digital industries. Over the years, the NTA has collaborated with various organizations such as Skills to Access the Green Economy, SAGE, Skills for Youth Empowerment Program, SKY, Caribbean Digital Transformation Program, CADIP, ministries and departments to realize projects in various areas such as construction, agriculture, allied health, and entrepreneurship. Today, we celebrate over 60 young Grenadians who have trained, assessed, and certified across 3 disciplines in agriculture entrepreneurship: crop production, agro-food processing, and livestock rearing. Through the Youth in Agriculture program, these men and women are earning CVQ certification in one of Grenada's most vital industries. So what really is the Youth in Agriculture program? The Youth in Agriculture program is a targeted initiative of the Ministry of Agriculture aimed at increasing youth participation in the agricultural sector by positioning agriculture as a modern, technology-driven, and economically viable career pathway. The program seeks to address youth unemployment, strengthen national food security, and promote sustainable rural development through structured training and enterprise support. Supported by the CARICOM Development Fund, CDF, the program benefits from technical and financial assistance designed to enhance institutional capacity, promote innovation, and improve long-term agricultural sustainability. CDF support focuses on strengthening value chains, climate resilience, agribusiness development, and improving access to markets and financing for young entrepreneurs. Key components of the program included technical skills training in crop and livestock production and agro-food processing, entrepreneurship and business development training, including financial literacy and business plan preparation, startup support, mentorship and extension services, and exposure to digital climate resilient technologies. Overall, the aim of the Youth in Agriculture program is to cultivate a new generation of innovative, resilient, and commercially oriented young agripreneurs while contributing to national economic diversification and sustainable development objectives. The NTA holds national and regional occupational standards in agriculture, covering the breadth of the sector, including amenity horticulture, apiculture, climate-smart agriculture, and agricultural entrepreneurship, crop production, livestock rearing, and agro-food processing. These standards are benchmarked to the Caribbean Vocational Qualification Framework and define exactly what a competent agricultural professional in Grenada looks like. Every certificate presented today was earned and assessed against those standards. So what these graduates hold is not just recognition of training that they have completed, but proof of verified competence. Through the Youth in Agriculture program, we are building a workforce who can, in the long run, and with additional experiences and competencies, become capable of growing our agro-food processing sector, strengthening food security, reducing our import bill, and making agriculture a genuine path to ownership and enterprise. These graduates are therefore potential business owners, farm managers, and contributors to Grenada's green economy. Today's agriculture is technical, it is scientific, it is entrepreneurial. It involves precision farming, agro-processing, food security, and export. It is indeed one of the most strategically important sectors in the Caribbean and Grenada. I am also, at this time, pleased to confirm that a similar training program will be getting underway in Carriacou soon, because the NTA's commitment to certified skills development reaches every corner of this nation. Grenada needs its young people to come back to the land, not as laborers, but as leaders, as innovators, and as owners. On behalf of the Grenada National Training Agency, I wish you every success in future. Welcome to the Youth in Agriculture Certification Program, and congratulations to all of you who are receiving certificates today. I thank you.
Today's agriculture is diverse. It is not just about soil and old clothes. It is technical, it is technological, it is creative, it is entrepreneurial, it is anything that you want it to be. And we welcome you back to the soil, to agriculture, to putting your creative spin on it, to making it your own, and just to make sure that we have food to eat. The young ladies, young men, thank you for heeding the call and understanding how important agriculture is to our survival here in Grenada. Thank you, Dr. Edwards, for reaffirming the importance of training, of standards, and lifelong learning in building a resilient agricultural sector, because it's transforming. It is not what we are accustomed to from yesteryear, so therefore we have to be abreast of the training. So we want to thank you for the work that GNTA does, and we want to thank these young people for taking up the call, taking up the mantle, and doing what they need to do to ensure that agriculture in Grenada is alive and well. They say a picture tells 1,000 words, and a video probably tells about 1,000,000. But one of the most powerful ways to understand impact is through the voices of those directly involved. So I want you to turn your attention to the screen as you view video testimonials and presentations produced by the beneficiaries themselves, highlighting their journey, their growth, and their experiences throughout this program. Ladies and gentlemen, turn your eyes to the screen.
Hi, my name is Annie Hamilton. I am from the parish of St. Andrews. Lafayette is where I reside. I am currently pursuing a career in agro-processing and resin artistry. I started this journey a few years ago when I did my first class in entrepreneurship training, and I have since then fallen in love with getting to know how natural fruits and herbs help make our lives better, as well as expressing oneself in resin arts and the complexity of what this product can bring to our lives.
My name is Misha Alexander. I'm from Canal Road in Grenville. I'm a young and upcoming farmer. I took part in the Youth in Agriculture program, and the area that I studied was livestock.
My name is Gerald Charles. I'm originally from Grenville, St. Andrews, now residing at current St. David's. I'm the proud owner of Fruitify, where we do local juices and CMOS product. I was enrolled in the agro-processing program under the Youth in Agriculture program.
My name is Lyndall Daniel, and I'm under the crop production program in the Youth in Agriculture program.
The experience was good. It was a fun learning experience. We got the opportunity to visit different farms around the island. The area that I enjoyed the most was dealing with pigs. So castrating, giving them injections for various diseases that some of them are susceptible to. So what I like doing, I like castrating and I like giving injections for like mange and stuff.
So my experience was one of a kind. There was a lot of stuff that was taught to us, some things that we took for granted, which we had learned and would also take it and put it into practice. One of the things that stood out to me was the mathematical principles taught by Mr. Henry. It helped me a lot more in proportion and being able to deliver a more diverse product at the end of this.
Participating in the Youth in Agriculture program has been a transformative experience that helped me to build practical farming knowledge, build confidence and agriculture, and see agriculture as a pathway for growth and entrepreneurship. A major highlight was the study tour to Costa Rica, where I visited the ICA headquarters and local farms, gaining valuable exposure to new agricultural practices. I also had the opportunity to build meaningful relationships with other young people who share the same vision and passion for agriculture.
My experience for Youth in Agriculture was quite an exhilarating one. I was able to meet persons from different walks in agriculture, as well as learning the vast knowledge that comes with it. Food sustainability is very important for our country and for the youths, and youths are the way to the future. So it was brave, and I would say sometimes a little challenging, because getting into a sector that you don't have any knowledge about can be difficult at times. But with the help of our facilitators, as well as the many people we encountered, it was quite fun.
The most beneficial was under Miss Bartholomew, where we did a lot of practical exercises, where we do stuff like wine making, making of flours from different vegetables such as sweet potato, plantain, and those other stuff.
I would say I like the practical side of it. Getting my hands in and learning how to do dehydrating, knowing the different temperatures in which foods have to be stored, as well as for hygiene, because hygiene is very important, especially when it comes to food. Learning how to prepare it, how to store it, how to keep things clean, how to spot germs as well is very important, because sometimes you have things there and you think it's okay, but when you use it, you may get sick. So being able to keep that from happening, as well as being able to spot these things, is very important.
The topic that was most beneficial to me throughout the class was the setting up your building to deal with pigs, because this is the area that I am more focused on. So setting up the building, how it's supposed to be built, the different rooms and stuff, the size of the area for the different pigs. So the sow, the bull, whatever, you have different size for different animals.
Dehydrating. I love how the end product is, as well as with dehydrating, I can also use that within my business, as well as for myself personally. It gives you a wide range of things you can do. You can do flour, you can do powder, you can make your own milk, you can make protein powders. You can also use it to make snacks as well for your kids, because now we are trying to get our children to eat a bit more healthy. So getting fruits to last a longer time is difficult, and dehydrating is one way that showed me that I can do this for the long term.
All right, so a skill that I learned throughout the program that is going to benefit me for a long time was the things that we do, well, the biosecurity measures to avoid bringing in or the spread of any diseases throughout the farm. So the procedures or the protocols that you should follow once you have a farm and you're dealing with different animals to avoid the spread of diseases or pests on the farm.
One of those would be from same Ms. Bartholomew's class. Now, in my day-to-day product use, I've been wasting a lot of raw materials, which I was taking for granted. Now, with her whole idea, I can now use those extra raw materials and turn them into jams and jellies.
So my next move is to get started. So I've already started the construction of pig pen, but I'm not 100% there yet. So my next move is to get started, and yeah, that's about it.
So for us now, it's getting to the phase of creating our own production area. As for now, we're doing processing from home. So we want to, at least in the half of the year to come, we start to get this thing rolling and on the road.
After Youth in Agriculture, I will be diversing, getting my business started up. So I will be doing 3 different aspects. I'll be doing smoothies, skin and hair care, as well as resin products. Within the smoothies, I'll also be doing dehydrated fruits and vegetables. And the byproducts from that, I will be using it in my skincare and hair care regimen. And I can also use it within the resin products as well. So everything ties into each other.
Overall, the program inspired me, strengthened my skills, and motivated me to continue growing and contributing to my community and country through agriculture.
I would like to say thanks to the friends that I've made during the class period, and to the facilitators, because going in there we were able to learn a lot of things that we were not aware of. So I think going forward, myself and my colleagues, we would be able to eliminate the spread, well, not completely eliminate, but lessen it down, the spread of certain diseases and pests and stuff, because we have an idea of what we should and should not do.
I must say thanks to the Youth in Agriculture for giving us this opportunity. It had helped shape and mold us a lot. The CDF, the facilitators, big thanks to God as well, because without God, none of this is, reaching the limit of where we want to reach.
Yeah, I believe the Youth in Agriculture is a great initiative that should be continued. It is a door opener for a lot of individuals, especially those who would like to get into agriculture. Agriculture is not only for farming and planting. There is a lot of different things that can be done within the agriculture industry, and food sustainability is the way for Grenada to grow and expand, as well as to bring revenue for the country as well. So I think that everybody should take a chance, even though if you want to do a little backyard gardening or it's like a little hobby you want to do on the side, it's something you should get into.
Informative, eye-opening, practical, exposure to new agricultural practices, inspirational, networking opportunity, and the call for Youth in Agriculture 2.0. I think that summarized it, right? Thank you, beneficiaries rather, for sharing your stories. And I think watching the video, it kind of dawned on me that this is a true reflection of what we want from youth in agriculture when we talk about transforming agriculture. And I want to encourage you that you leaving here, you are an ambassador to what youth in agriculture can look like. You have a responsibility to advocate for more opportunities like this for your peers. You have a responsibility to be role models for other persons who might be interested, but they might be thinking that agriculture is just mud and this and had, backbreaking work, etc. You have a responsibility to take everything that you have learned, all the opportunities that you have gained, and go out and be ambassadors, be mentors, be inspiring for other persons who may be looking up to you because they're thinking, you know what, agriculture ain't that bad after all. Yeah? As we move on, ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome remarks from a champion of national development and agricultural transformation. Please join me in welcoming Honorable Lennox Andrews, Minister for Economic Development, Planning, Agriculture and Lands, Forestry, Blue Economy, Marine Resources, and Cooperatives. Honorable Minister Andrews.
Thank you very much indeed, Ms. Perryman, for such pleasant and welcoming vocabulary. Dr. Kimoy Edward, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada National Trading Agency. Mr. Royston Cumberbatch, General Manager for Grenada Development Bank. Ms. Keisha Michel, Senior Vice President and Vice President of Business Development and Team. Mr. Kyron Corsdale, President and CEO of Grenada Chicken Farm, our guest speaker. Members of the Chinese Mission in Grenada. Senior management of the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands. Ms. Alice Jones, 4-H Coordinator, Ministry of Agriculture and Lands. Mr. Samuel Alexander, Implementation Officer, Ministry of Implementation and Planning. Members of the Steering Committee. Staff of the Ministry of Agriculture. Staff of the Grenada National Trading Agency. Mr. Abraham, Principal of our TAMCC. Graduates, invited guests, the PR unit of the Ministry of Agriculture, and other media houses. So obviously it's a wonderful feeling, and it's a pleasant sight to see so many of you present here in red, graduates or graduates. I suppose red is the color for agriculture. So I suppose if I have to give agriculture a color, I will have to give it the color red. But I want to thank you for demonstrating tolerance and commitment and having graduated with outstanding marks. And I get a sense from the gathering that many of your parents are here with you to celebrate your achievement with you. So parents, thanks for supporting your children. It's something we must always do, support our children in their endeavors. So I have a speech because it's an important moment. So I'll take my time and read the speech, all right? But I'm happy to see all of you. Today is a proud moment for the 64 of you ready to receive your certificates. But it's also a proud moment for our entire agriculture sector. We are here to celebrate your hard work, your discipline, innovation, and the courage to learn new skills. So congratulations to you, graduates, and this moment is yours. You have earned this moment. This training in agriculture entrepreneurship covered crop production, livestock development, and agro-processing. And I heard you were well technically trained, as many of you would have said. Your training represents a foundation for economic empowerment, food security, and national development. And national development is important. I want you to bear that in mind. You have chosen a path that is essential to our country's future, and you have demonstrated that agriculture has moved beyond being a tradition. It is a business. It is a science, and I want to stress that. Agriculture is a science, and I suppose you young people love it because it is scientific. It's a science, and it's a viable driver of prosperity. Today's agricultural landscape demands new thinking, young minds. Climate change, evolving markets, technological advancement, and global competition require us to adopt smarter, more resilient approaches to agriculture. Through this training, you have gained the knowledge to navigate these realities, from best practices in crop and animal husbandry to value addition, business management, and entrepreneurship. But more than knowledge, you have gained confidence. Confidence in yourselves. You now stand equipped to start enterprises, to create your own jobs, and to create jobs for others as well, to contribute to rural development, and to strengthen our nation's food systems, and to increase our country's gross domestic product, our GDP. You're part of our GDP because you are producing. So you are the next generation of agro-entrepreneurs, problem solvers, who will transform farms into business, challenges into opportunities, and raw produce into high-value products. And so I want to acknowledge our partners, our facilitators, and institutions whose dedication has made this program a success. Your mentorship has shaped these graduates into capable entrepreneurs. To the families and communities who supported them, thank you for believing in their journey. And as your minister, I want to assure you that the government remains committed to creating an enabling environment for agricultural entrepreneurship. We are working to improve access to financing, strengthen extension services, embrace climate-smart agricultural technologies, modernize value change, and very importantly, open new markets, because your success is our nation's success. So graduates, receiving your certificate is the end of one journey, and is also the start of another long, rich, and meaningful journey. I want you, therefore, go back to your homes. Go back to your backyard. Go back to your communities and let your skills speak for you. And so be bold, be innovative, and be smart if you have to be smart. But you must make a start. Build partnership. Seek continuous learning. And remember, agriculture rewards those who are patient, visionary, and determined. But also remember, as my school motto said, non palma sine labore. There is no reward without labor. So you got to work hard if you want to achieve. I want to say this to you. With this graduation, I want you to see yourselves as proud Grenadians. Feel good about yourselves. Feel good about yourselves. Proud Grenadians. See yourself as proud Grenadians, young people, charged, prepared, and ready to play your part in our country's development. And therefore, your work in agriculture must be seen far beyond your individual benefits. But through the invisible hand, it must be seen as improving the lives and the standard of living of all of our people. And so, Grenada, your country, is counting on you. Your communities are counting on you. And I will tell you this, I have no doubt that you will deliver. You will deliver the expectations that we have of you. But I want to ask a very simple question, my young minds. A very simple question. What makes a country proud? What makes a people proud? What makes you proud? Well, for me, the answer is one word. The answer is industry. And there is a saying, industry and pride. Industry and pride. For us to be proud, we must have industries. So we are proud of Kirani because Kirani is an industry. And our industry is what we work and produce. And therefore, if we don't work and produce, we have nothing to be proud of. We have nothing to show off. And we have nothing to say, this is Grenadian. And your training gives you that ideal opportunity for you to go out there and produce a good or a service made in Grenada that brings pride, not just to you, but it also brings pride to all of us as Grenadians. And so I pray the day will come when we have an agriculture industry that is our pride. So that when people come to our country, we can take them to our farm, and we can do so with pride. Or when we travel to Sainsbury supermarket in London, and on the shelf we see a packet of cocoa balls, and the label marked made in Grenada. We're going to feel proud, not so? We're going to feel proud, and we're going to ask everybody around us, this product was made in Grenada, and I'm from Grenada. So buy it. And when they buy it, you will feel proud. So you have an opportunity, my dear ones, to make your country proud, to make Grenada proud, and to make all of us proud. So congratulations once again. I look forward to the farms you will modernize, and I hope I get a chance to visit them. I look forward to the businesses you will create. I too would like to visit them. And I look forward to the future that you're going to transform to make Grenada a rich, proud, and healthy nation. Thank you very much indeed.
You are the next generation of agro-processors. You will transform farms into businesses. You will create jobs. You will contribute positively to our GDP. You will succeed, because when you succeed, Grenada succeeds. Thank you, Honorable Lennox Andrews, for your continued commitment to empowering young people and strengthening Grenada's agricultural future. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the program, our feature address will be delivered by an individual whose work demonstrates innovation, entrepreneurship, and leadership within agribusinesses. To formally introduce our speaker, I invite Ms. Janesta Charles, Coordinator for Standards and Planning at the Grenada National Training Agency, Ms. Charles.
Kyron Anthony Crossdale. CPA is a chartered professional accountant, entrepreneur, and agribusiness executive with extensive experience spanning finance, corporate governance, food production, and hospitality across Canada and the Caribbean. He is the founder, president, and chief executive officer of Grenada Chick-In Farm Limited, a vertically integrated poultry enterprise established to strengthen food security, reduce import dependency, and modernize Grenada's domestic poultry industry. Mr. Crossdale brings a rare combination of financial discipline and operational leadership. Trained as a CPA, his professional background includes corporate accounting, taxation, financial reporting, compliance, and advisory services for small and medium-sized enterprises. His accounting expertise underpins his approach to business development, capital structuring, and investor relations, ensuring that projects are grounded in strong governance, transparency, and long-term financial sustainability. As CEO of Grenada Chick-In Farm Limited, Mr. Crossdale has led the acquisition and development of over 9 acres of agricultural land, the construction of multiple operational buildings, and the procurement of significant production and processing equipment. Under his leadership, the company is being developed as a vertically integrated operation, incorporating hatchery services, potential broiler grow-out partnerships, feed mill development, slaughter and processing facilities, cold storage, and logistics infrastructure. The company's strategic objective is to become Grenada's primary supplier of locally produced fresh poultry while reducing imported frozen chicken to a minority share of the domestic market. Mr. Crossdale has been deeply engaged with regulatory authorities, financial institutions, and development agencies, including ministries responsible for agriculture, trade, finance, and economic development. He has overseen initiatives related to GFSI, aligned food safety systems, HACCP implementation, GMP compliance, environmental sustainability, and renewable energy integration, positioning the business to supply high-end hospitality clients, institutional buyers, and international brand-approved customers. Beyond agribusiness, Mr. Crossdale is also an active entrepreneur in the hospitality and food service sector, including the development of restaurant concepts in Ontario, Canada. His experience across both production and retail food markets provides him with a unique end-to-end understanding of supply chains, pricing dynamics, quality control, and customer expectations. Mr. Crossdale is recognized for his mission-driven leadership, with a strong emphasis on national food security, local employment, farmer partnerships, and import substitution. His work reflects a commitment to building commercially viable enterprises that also deliver measurable social and economic impact. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mr. Crossdale.
Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly for the kind intro. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, graduates, and honorable distinguished guests, good afternoon and thank you for having me. To the leadership of the Grenada National Training Agency, the instructors who have guided this program, the families and supporters presented here today, and most importantly, the graduates. Congratulations on your achievement. Today is not just a graduation. Today is a declaration that you have chosen to step into one of the most important industries in the history of Grenada, that is agriculture. And I want to begin by saying something that is very clear and dear. You are not just farmers, you are builders of the future and the country. Agriculture is the foundation of Grenada. Before tourism, before banking, before modern industries, agriculture was the backbone of the Spice Island. It fed our peoples, it supported families, built communities, generated export revenues, and gave Grenada its first identity. Our spices, our cocoas, our nutmegs, fruits and vegetables are not just products, but it's a part of who we are as a nation. Even today, in the modern economy, agriculture remains one of the most powerful tools for national development. Why? Agriculture creates food security, employment, creates wealth, and that wealth is circulated within the country as opposed to sending funds outside. Every pound of food we produce every pound of food we produce locally is a pound we don't need to import. Every farm that grows becomes a small engine for economic growth. The opportunity before you is one that cannot be understated. To be honest, being in the business myself, agriculture is not always easy. It requires discipline, it requires patience, and you must be resilient. You have to be able to deal with the weather, pests, market conditions, and sometimes flat-out discouragement. But the truth is, successful entrepreneurs in agriculture understand one thing: challenge is a part of the journey, not the end of the road. What matters is how you respond. Today, you are better prepared than any generation before you. You have something powerful that many farmers in the past did not have: training in agricultural entrepreneurship. You are not just learning how to grow crops or raise animals. You are learning how to run a business. You are learning how to run your finances. You are learning how to think about markets. Now you must learn how to innovate. Combine what you have learned, and that's where the real opportunity lies. Agriculture is a business. Let me repeat. Agriculture is a business. It's not just planting seeds, it's about creating value. If you grow vegetables, you can package them. If you raise poultry, you can package it, freeze it, season it, cold storage, logistics. The opportunities are endless. Your mind is where the gap ends. Agriculture today is about thinking beyond the farm gate. It's about supply chains. It's about branding. It's about value add. I remember when I started my journey in poultry, I was told that poultry farmers never do branding because it doesn't make any sense. I can tell you, my workers, 3- and 4-year-old children, recognize my brand anywhere they see it. And that is the power of branding. Without us telling them, that is where your mommy and daddy works. Understanding that the farmer of the future must also be a strategic thinker and an entrepreneur. We need to talk about what that means for Grenada. Grenada imports a large amount of food every year. Millions of dollars leave our shores, and we rely on these imports. Now imagine if one of those foods are produced right here. For example, simple poultry. Local demand is 20 million pounds or thereabouts. If you take the average price wholesale, which is about $6 a pound, if you times that by 20 million pounds, that's $120 million that we can keep here in Grenada. Imagine restaurants buying from local farmers. Imagine supermarket stocked with locally produced items. Imagine schools, hotels, hospitals, all using local foods. Imagine the multiple billions of dollars that would stay here in Grenada, circulate within the economy, and provide meaningful revenue sources for locals. That would mean more jobs, stronger rural communities, and greater national resilience. And this is where you, the graduates, come in. Each of you sitting here has the potential to become a producer, an employer, and a contributor to national development. Your farm can employ workers. Your business can support suppliers. Your production can feed families all across the island. But let's talk about something important: your personal future. Agriculture is not just good for the country. It can also be very good for you on a personal level. When done right and at a high level, agriculture can provide you with financial independence, business ownership, generational wealth, community leadership. Many people today are searching for opportunities, but you are sitting on one of the most powerful opportunities available: the ability to produce something the world will always need: food. Many people change their phones. They may buy a new car, change clothes, but they will always eat. And people who control food production control a valuable part of the economy. Excellence is the difference maker. But here is something important I want you to remember. Success in agriculture will not just come because you started. It will come because you perform at a high level. That means being disciplined, keeping good records, managing your finances carefully, study your markets, invest in quality. This means always asking yourself, how can I improve? How can I produce more efficiently? How can I serve my customers better? Those who succeed in agriculture are those who treat their families like business, treat their family and farms like serious businesses. The power of young farmers, who also represent something extremely important. Youth in agriculture, for many years, people said young people were not interested in farming. But today, 65 of you proved them wrong. Young farmers bring new ideas, technology, energy, innovation, a different approach to entrepreneurship. You understand social media, digital marketing, modern equipment, and new production techniques. You can connect agriculture with technology in ways I could not, my father could not, your parents could not. You can transform this industry by just being an active participant. Now, I want to talk about your responsibility. But with the opportunity comes this responsibility. You have to use the knowledge you've gained throughout this program and continue to learn, support each other, and most importantly, never give up once the challenges come at you, because challenges will come. Every successful farmer, every successful entrepreneur, every successful leader has faced difficulties. The difference that separates success from failures is persistence. When the difficult times comes, keep persisting, keep fighting, keep pushing. One more effort can turn into exponential growth, exponential success. Build something better than yourself, bigger than yourself. When you leave here today, I want you to think about something bigger and better as opposed to earning money. Think about something that lasts. Build that to something that lasts. A farm needs people. A business employs others. An enterprise that inspires future generation. Your success will not just benefit you, it will benefit your family, your community, and the wider Grenada. Final message. So each of you graduating today, I say this to you. Be bold. Be disciplined. Be innovative. Be relentless in your pursuit of excellence. Do not settle for average. Grenada needs farmers who think like entrepreneurs. Grenada needs young leaders in agriculture. Grenada needs you. And if you commit yourself to excellence, I truly believe that the future of agriculture in Grenada can be brighter than ever before. Once again, congratulations to you all. I wish you success. I wish you prosperity. And I encourage you to build something remarkable and something that will last beyond yourselves. Thank you.
You're not just farmers, you are the builders of Grenada. But to succeed, you must treat your farm as a serious business. No jokey thing around here. So build it bigger, build it better than you can ever imagine. And that is the trust that was given unto you. Thank you, Mr. Crossdale, for that insightful and motivating address and for sharing practical inspiration with our graduates. But I ask you to stand again because we want to honor you and we want to thank you and show appreciation with this small token. So if you can come to the front of the stage. Thank you again. And we are now at the juncture that everybody has been waiting for, your certificates, to say that you have completed an entire year of training and you have succeeded. So to help me distribute your certificates, I want to invite the Honorable Lennox Andrews to help with the first set of certificates as we celebrate not just your completion, graduates, but your commitment, your resilience, and the courage that it took for you to choose agriculture and agribusiness as pathways to your sustainability, your economic sustainability. So as I call your name, you will come up and you will get your certificate. The first set of certificates are in livestock rearing. They are level 2 CVQs. And I do apologize in advance if I mispronounce your name. It is not intentional. First, Misha D.R. Alexander. Twainell S. Alexander. Cassandra K. Batiste. Sasha K. Bristol. Kessie L. Dick. Rebecca English. Jaden Gibbs. Trisha Hazard. Amoni Holas. Colleen Licorice. Jemlyn Modeste. Loydris Murray. Tracy Patrick. Shadell Patterson. Nickel Phillip. Nicole Phillip. Dane Smart. Romel Sylvester. Esther Thomas. Azaria Williams. Glenn Williams. Tariq Williams. Jalon Young. Thank you, Honorable Lennox Andrews. These next sets of certificates will be given to persons successfully completing their CVQ Level 2 in crop production. And to assist in the distribution of these certificates, I invite Dr. Kemoy Edwards. Ashiba Alexander. Craig Andrews. Jory Andrew. Tahir Bain. Danelle Batiste. Nafisha Batiste. Chandel Batiste. Ariane Ricia Bartholomew. Nathan Charles. Rodney Crosby. Lindell Daniel. Kemlyn English. Cameron Fletcher. Adoni Forbes. Neilon George Andrew. Rule Aruel Gittens. Taj Grant. Aminata Harry. Brian Hazard. Ricardo Philip. Janelle Ramsey. And Zuriel Roberts. Thank you, Dr. Edwards. This next set of certificates are awarded to participants who successfully completed their Level 2 CVQ in agro-food processing. To assist, I invite Mr. Andrew Abraham, Deputy Chair of the GCTVET, to assist in the distribution. Jurel Bristow. Gerard Charles. Travon Collins. Logan Daniel. Daniel Dumont Thomas. Annie Hamilton. Audric Hostin. Sinatra Joseph Bob. Shalani, oh, I did not see you. Shalani Joseph. Marveline McQuilkin. Sashana McVean. Isaac Melanson. Craig Paul. Melisha Philbott. And Monice Ross. Mozart St. John. And Shawin Sandy. Thank you, Mr. Abraham. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together one more time for our graduating class, the first cohort of the Youth in Agriculture program. We have one special award, or a few special awards. To assist with those special awards, I asked Ms. Marlene Findley, Coordinator for Training in the Grenada National Training Agency, to assist. Now we have one award for each area, one for agro-processing, one for crop production, and one for livestock. Actually, we have two, one male, one female. Criteria for this award, and the award is Most Outstanding Participant. So you know who you are, so you can just stand. No? No? So you are not the most outstanding participant? That's disappointing. The criteria for selection, so maybe you might know based on this. Most punctual, participated and submitted all assignments on time, respectful, completed the assessment successfully, overall exceptional trainee. Now we could stand? That's everybody. All right, so let me see what the list is. The awardee, the male awardee for agro-processing goes to Mr. Gerard Charles. Most outstanding participant in agro-processing female, Annie Hamilton. Most outstanding participant, male in crop production, Shondell Batiste. Can a male colleague collect on his behalf? And most outstanding participant for crop production, female, Janelle Ramsey. Most outstanding participant in livestock, male, Jalon Young. Most outstanding female, livestock, Trisha Hazard. And it must be noted that these three standards, agro-processing, crop production, and livestock, this was the first time they were used in Grenada for training. So put your hands together for being the first to have this certificate. So you see, you are already trendsetters. Allow me to say congratulations once more to all our graduates. And if this idea has not been tabled as yet, I look forward to accessing a Youth in Agriculture Cohort 1 product and service directory, where I and everybody in this room can access you, your product, and your service so that when we need certain things in the agricultural field, we know who to call and we can support you as you transition from learning and training into your economic sustainability. So, Ms. Lewis, if that idea is not there as yet, I encourage the Ministry of Agriculture to create that direction. Gentlemen, as we approach the close of the ceremony, I invite Mrs. K. Julian Gutu, Communications Officer at the Grenada National Training Agency, to deliver.
It is my great pleasure and honor to deliver the vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. First, I extend heartfelt gratitude to the Minister of Economic Development, Planning, Tourism, Creative Economy, Culture, Agriculture and Lands, Forestry, Blue Economy, Marine Resources, and Cooperatives, Honorable Lennox Andrews, for his insightful remarks highlighting the vital role of the nation's economic development. He noted that agriculture is a viable driver of prosperity. It requires new thinking and new methods to modernize, to open or to reach new markets. Minister, we thank you for your encouraging words for the agriculture sector. We were privileged to hear the feature address from an industry leader in the agricultural sector, particularly poultry, Mr. Kyron Crossdale, President and CEO of Chicken Farms. His encouraging words to you graduates and to all present have truly inspired us. In his own words, agriculture is a business which creates value. He has reminded you graduates that you are better prepared than your predecessors. You have received training. Now, as farm entrepreneurs, you have to think strategically to transform the sector. We acknowledge with deep appreciation, before we get to that, special thanks also to Dr. Kimoy Edwards, Chief Executive Officer of the National Training Agency, for her thoughtful remarks as the NTA continues to strengthen the significance of TVET in Grenada and to build partnerships with key stakeholders, as we have done today. We acknowledge with deep appreciation Ms. Cindy Lewis, Project Manager of the Young Entrepreneurs, Farmers and Fishers in Agriculture and Agribusiness Project. For the past 2 years, she has provided competent leadership and tireless dedication to ensure the success of this initiative. We wish her continued success as further training unfolds under the Ministry of Agriculture. Today's event reflects true partnership. The NTA, working hand in hand with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Youth in Agriculture Project. We thank Mr. Hassani Tini, our Monitoring and Evaluation Officer at the NTA, for leading us in prayer, and Ms. Janessa Charles, Standards and Planning Coordinator, for her gracious introduction of our feature speaker. Our gratitude too to our chairperson, Ms. Colleen Perman, Youth Coordinator in the Ministry of Youth, for skillfully guiding us through this program. We sincerely thank the media, you well-wishers, and guests for your presence, the Trade Center for hosting this event, and the hard-working staff of both the Ministry of Agriculture and the National Training Agency for their invaluable support in organizing today's graduation ceremony. We also thank the funders of this program, the CARICOM Development Fund and the government of Grenada, without whose support none of this would have been possible. Finally, to the 64 graduates, you are the pioneers of agriculture entrepreneurship in Grenada under the CVQ umbrella. You took a bold step into uncharted territory, fulfilled the requirements, and now stand proudly with your certificates. Your achievements will not only strengthen your business and improve your livelihoods, but also contribute to the growth of our national economy. On behalf of all, before I go, I also want to say thank you to our training support coordinator, Ms. Marlene Finley, our minister, and also the deputy chair of the GC TVET for assisting in handing out the certificates today. We thank you for the distribution of the certificates. So on behalf of all present, I say a resounding thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mrs. Julian Gutu. Ladies and gentlemen, this officially brings us to the end of the Young Entrepreneurs, Farmers, and Fishers in Agriculture and Agribusiness Project Certification and Awards Ceremony. On behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture and all partnering agencies, thank you for joining us in celebrating youth achievement, youth innovation, and the future of agriculture in Grenada. You are now invited to remain for refreshments at the back and some fellowships. I encourage you to visit the display booth, our guests, talk to our graduates, find out what it is that they're doing, take their contact so that you can support them as of this afternoon. Thank you, everyone. Safe travels. Continued success to our graduates, and thank you for your attendance. Good afternoon, everyone. A group photo, all the graduates. We ask that you come to the front for a photo.
Who taking a picture?